Yeah, so now let's do another problem in node analysis using an AC circuit, right? This is an AC circuit because you can see over here the voltages are all written in complex numbers, see, in polar form, and also here there are inductors and there are capacitors. So this is an AC circuit, right? So the procedures are all the same. There is no difference. Okay, you can when you're doing a DC circuits, only resistors are here, only resistors are there. In AC circuit, there is both resistors, capacitors, and inductors. So which means basically the impedances are all written in complex numbers. That's the only difference. So let's do this question. So here, for the given network, find V1 and V2, right? So first I will write the equation for node V1, equation for node V1. Okay, so look, if you look at V1 there are three branches, right? 1, 2, 3, right? Assuming that all the currents are outgoing, all the currents are leaving V1, they are all leaving the junction V1. So what is the name of this current that's flowing through this junction? Right, current flows from higher potential to a lower potential. So therefore the current through this junction is V1 minus 50 angle 0 by 5. V1 minus 50 angle 0 by 5. That is V1 minus 50 angle 0 is 50 itself. Okay, you can check that using calculator. V1 minus 50 by 50 by 5. That is the name of the current through this branch. Now what is the name of the current through this branch that's going downwards? That is V1 minus 0 by 2j. V1 minus 0 by 2j, or V1 by 2j, right? Plus, now what is the name of the current through this branch which is flowing from V1 to V2? It is V1 minus V2 by 4. V1 minus V2 by 4. And according to Kirchhoff's current law, this is equal to 0. This is the equation. Okay. Now I'm going to write this in terms of V1 and V2. So this will become V1 into, if you take V1 common, it will be, here it will be 1 by 5. Here it will become 1 by 2j plus 1 by 2j, and here it will be plus 1 by 4, right? Plus 1 by 4. Okay. This is the value of, this is the coefficient of V1. And what about V2? It is minus V2 by 4, right? So it is minus V2 into 1 by 4. Okay. And this is equal to, there's no other V2, right? Only this V2, right? Only this V2 is over here. Okay. And what about the constants? Yes, there's one constant over here, right? What is this? This is minus 50 by 5. Minus 50 by 5 is minus 10. And so this will become plus 10. Plus 10. Okay. Let me simplify this equation. So what is this? 1 by 5 plus 1 by 2j plus 1 by 4. Or in other words, this is 5 inverse plus this is 1 by 2j. So I need a bracket. 2j inverse plus, and this is 1 by 4 plus 4 inverse. What do we get? Plus 4 inverse. Sorry, I made a mistake. It's 4 inverse, right? Yes. Okay, 4 inverse. So what do I get? 0.45 minus 0.5j. So therefore the coefficient of V1 is 0.45 minus 0.5j. So the coefficient of V1 is 0.45 minus 0.5j minus V2 into, and what is 1 by 4? 1 by 4 is 0.25. So therefore V2 into 0.25 is equal to 10. This is equation 1. Okay. Now I'm going to find the equation for node V2, right? So equation for node V2. Okay, so if you look at V2, this is node V2, and I'm assuming all the currents are leaving branch V2, which means this current is like this current is like this, and this current is like this. So the current through this branch is, you know, the current flows from a higher potential to a lower potential, right? So here this current is flowing in this direction, which means V2 minus V1 by 4. So V2 minus V1 by 4 is the current through this branch, and the current through this branch is V1 minus 0 by minus 2j. V2 minus 0, not V1, V2 minus 0 by 2j, or it will be V2 by minus 2j. V2 by minus 2j plus, and what about the current through this branch? It is V2 minus 50 angle 90 by 2. V2 minus 50 angle 90, right? This is V2 minus 50 angle 90 is nothing but 50j. You can use that, you can check that using a calculator, okay? 50 angle 90 is nothing but, this is polar form, in rectangle form it is 50j. Likewise, for 50 angle 0 in the polar form, rectangular form, it will be nothing but just merely 50. Like that, 50 angle 90 is nothing but 50j. Okay, just remember that, just for shortcut. Okay, and what is the resistance? 2. So divide by 2. This is the equation, equal to 0. Okay, so now I'm going to write it in terms of V1 and V2. So here, let me see, V1 is only over here, right? So it is nothing but minus V1 into 1 by 4. Okay, plus V2 into, now let me see, V2 has, if you take V2 common, it will be 1 by 4. Alright, here it will be minus 1 by 2j, it is minus 1 by 2j, and here it is plus 1 by 2, plus 1 by 2. Okay, this is V2 is equal to any constants. One constant is over here, right? What is this? This is minus 50j by 2. What is minus 50j by 2 is minus 25j. So if you bring it over here, it will become plus 25j. So this is 25j. Okay, this is the equation. So this is nothing but minus V1 into 1 by 4 is nothing but 0.25 plus V2 into, let me find this value using calculator. What is this? This is 1 by 4. So I write 4 inverse minus 1 by 2j, minus 2j inverse plus 1 by 2. Just write 0.5, right? Just put plus 0.5. So this is nothing but, let me see, 0.75 plus 0.5j, 0.75 plus 0.5j. This is the value of V2 is equal to 25j. So this is equation 2, right? So I found equation 1. Now I found equation 2, expressing equation 1 and 2 in matrix form. Expressing equation 1 and 2 in matrix form, comma, we get, so we have, what will be the matrix form, what will be the coefficient matrix? Let me see. Coefficient matrix, I think only 2 values are there, right? Yeah, only 2 equations, so only 2 rows are enough. So what is this? First one is 0.45 minus 0.5. 0.45 minus 0.5. 0.45 minus 0.5j is the coefficient of V1, and the coefficient of V2 is minus 0.25. Minus 0.25. Okay, and what about the second equation? The coefficient of V1 is minus 0.25. Minus 0.25, and the coefficient of V2 is 0.75 plus 0.5j. 0.75 plus 0.5j. 0.5j. Okay, V1, V2 is equal to, and what about the constants? 10 and 25j. So it is 10 and 25j. Okay, now it's time to find the value of V1 and V2. So first I'll find the value of V1. So V1 is equal to the determinant of first column will be replaced by this, right? So it will be 10 and 25j, and here it will become minus 0.25, and here it will become 0.75 plus 0.5j. Okay, divide by, and what about the coefficient matrix? It is 0.45 minus 0.5j minus 0.25 minus 0.25, 0.75 plus 0.5j. Okay, and this is nothing but, let me see, so this is 10 into this, right? We don't need a calculator to find this. What is 10 into this one? 7.5 plus 5j, right? And this is this into this is this one, and then this is minus of minuses becomes plus, right? And this is 0.25 into 25. 25 into 25 is 625, right? So 625 means 2 decimal points, so it will become 6.25. So this is plus 6.25 plus 6.25j. If you want, you can use a calculator. Okay, so this is it. This is the numerator, and what about the denominator? Okay, denominator I need the calculator. Denominator it is 0.45 plus 0.5 minus 0.5j into 0.75 plus 0.5j. Alright, and this is nothing but minus of so this is minus, right? Minus, and minus and minus is plus, so this will not become plus, this is minus itself. 0.25 to 0.25, 25 to 25 is 625, right? 625, and then you need 4 decimal place, so it will become 0.0625, right? 0.0625. So now I can find, so what is the, let me see, what is the numerator? 7.5 plus 5 plus 6, 11, 11.25j by, now let me see the denominator. Denominator is, we have 0.45 minus 0.5j, 0.45 minus 0.5j into, here you have 0.75 plus 0.5j, 0.75 plus 0.5j plus 0.5j minus 0.0625, 0.0625, and you will get 0.525 minus 0.5j. You will get 0.525 minus 0.15j. Okay, so which means the value of V1 is, bracket 7.5 plus 11.25j divided by bracket 0.525 minus 0.15j, and you will get the answer as, let me see, 7.547. This is equal to 7.547 plus 23.585j, 23.585j. And what about its angular form? Option, let me change it to its polar form. Polar form, it is, you get is 24.763. this is equal to 24.763 angle 72.255 degrees. This is volt. This is the value of V1. Now let me find the value of V2. V2 is equal to the denominator, the numerator, it is, here the second column is different, right? So 0.45 minus 0.5j minus 0.25, here it is 10 and here it is 25j divided by, and your denominator will be the same, 0.45 minus 0.5j minus 0.25 minus 0.25, 0.75 plus 0.5j. okay, and this is nothing but, let me see, here you will get is 25j into 0.45 minus 0.5j, okay, plus 2.5 divided by, you don't need to find the denominator, you have already found it, it is 0.525 minus 0.15j. okay, so this is nothing but, let me see, this is nothing but 25j into 0.45 minus 0.5j, 0.45 minus 0.5j, close the bracket again, plus 2.5, close the bracket, divide by bracket 0.525 minus 0.15j, close the bracket, and you will get 20.755 plus 27.358j, or in other words see option, polar form, and you will get 34.34, 34.34, angle 52.815, 52.815 degree volt. This is the value of V2. So here, hence this is the value of V1 and this is the value of V2. Okay. Okay.